Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another video of Echo FX. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to Echo FX YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you very much for still sticking with us. In this video, I'll be talking about how to actually scalp using candlestick reversal patterns. Yes, candlestick scalping strategy. In the other video, if you've not seen it, please do well to go ahead to see it. What scalping is, how to actually scalp, what it's all about, how to be profitable, the risk involved. Now, if you've not seen that video, you need to go ahead to see that video before you actually watch this one, so that to be able to understand the strategies. So yes, I'll be talking about how to actually scalp and also show you some um trades, some sample trades I'm going to be taking on the MT4 as well. So yes, stick with me, stay with me. So now let's go into it straight away. Now when we talk about scalping using candles, it's mostly talking about scalping reversals, in the sense that when you see some formations or candlestick formations, you actually want to go ahead to start to scalp the market, because you're sure that the market or the trend is actually changing, and it will start going in a specific direction, and you can start making money. So reversal patterns, perhaps the most traded on the chart, they are candlestick formations that most often than not reverse price opposite current direction. Yes, anytime they form on the chart, technical analysts tend to use them as trade setup for a buy or a sell. For example, if successive candlestick has been climbing up the chart for a while, then suddenly turns back and starts to drop lower on the chart, it is possible that a reversal candlestick has formed on the chart. There are two types of reversal patterns. Yeah, we have the bullish reversal, whereby which tends to push up the price to the upside on the chart, and then we have bearish reversal, which tends to push price downwards. Okay, now also, um, one thing we need to note about trading candlestick reversals is that they cannot just do them alone. It has to be combined with support and resistance. So it can either be a dynamic support and resistance, or a fixed support and resistance. And when we talk about dynamic, we're talking about the your moving averages, trend lines, and the likes. All right. So now let's look at chart, this image over here, to see some bullish reversal candles. Now remember, once you see this, reversal patterns are actually more confirmed and stronger when seen at a resistance or a support region. So it also has some funny names actually. Now if you look here, I don't know if you can zoom this a bit. Yes, so if you look here, you can see that this is called the abandoned baby. Now when you see this, bearish candle is formed, and then you see something like a doji is formed here, and the next candle opens bullish and engulfs this doji, closes above the doji and engulfs the previous bearish candle. Once you see this, it is confirmed. It's a confirmation that the reversal has actually, or rather, the trend has changed, and there has been a reversal towards the upside. If you also see here, this is called the morning doji star. Okay, once you see this, it means that there's a bullish reversal. Okay, so also it's almost like the abandoned baby. Now you see a bearish candle, then now the difference between this is that this doji candle actually looked bullish. So this is a bullish doji candle, and this is a bearish doji candle. Okay, so once you see this, you can go in for your buy as well. Also, we have the three inside up. All right, so after a bearish candle, the next candle opens and closes bullish. The next candle after that closes bullish as well, then that is confirmed for a buy. Also, when you see something like this, called the three outside up, where you see the bullish candle here, the next candle that opens comes up bullish. After the next candle that comes up, you have to wait for the next confirmation. Next confirmation candle has to also be bullish. Then we see a breakaway. This is called a breakaway. Now, this happens after, sometimes when trading, you see some short candles. So once you see this, like something like in a downward trend, and at the support region, you see a candle that engulfs up to three previous candles. This is a confirmation that there's a reversal in the market, and it's looking up. So this is called the breakaway, and this is called the doji. Okay, doji star. Once you see this, this is like, it shows a form of indecision in the market, whereby the opening and the closing part of the opening and closing positions are the same region after a bearish candle. After that happens, you can go in for your buys and start scalping. Then we have the dragonfly doji. So the dragonfly doji is, it looks something like this. If you can see, let me zoom this a bit. I'm sure it's not clear, but you can always make your researches to see this images clearly. Okay, so once you see this, whereby it looks more like a T. Yeah, it looks like a T. So the opening and the closing price is basically at the same place as well, at the top of the opening of the candle as well. So you see the wick here. Once you see this is called the dragonfly doji. It's a sign that the market is about to start buying. All right, don't worry. I'm going to still do some examples, some trades in the chart, and you can see how this actually works. Also, we have the bullish engulfing, also called engulfing, whereby the bullish candle engulfs up more than 50% of the previous candle. Once you see this, it's a sign that the market is actually going to start buying. Then we see a hammer. It's typical, just looks like a hammer. If you see this over here, I'm zooming. See this over here, this is a hammer. All right. Once you see that, it's an indication for a buy. Then you can see the ladder bottom. So the ladder bottom, it's something like this. You see three bearish candles. Then the fourth one here has a wick, like more like a rejection. And then the next candle opens bullish, engulfing at least the previous three candles. That is called the ladder bottom. Once you see a formation like this, it is saying that the market is actually going to start going upward. And then we have the morning star. As I said, they all have some really bizarre and funny names. We have the morning star, whereby you see a very long bearish candle. The next candle, the bearish candle that follows it, it seems short, and then it is followed by a bullish candle. It shows that the trend here, this candle is probably showing that the momentum, the sell momentum has slowed down, and you can get a confirmation by the next candle being bullish as well. Then we have piercing line. Okay, so after a bullish, or rather a bearish candle, and the next candle opens bullish and almost consumes up to 90% of the previous bearish candle, it is seen that the market's about to do a turnaround. All right. So now remember, it is very, very important to use this, and it is more confirmed on either support region or a resistance region. So let's talk about the bearish reversals. Okay. So for the bearish reversal, when you see something like this, is called the hanging man, also seen as a hammer. It's actually also called the hammer. All right. This is actually seen as a hammer as well. And then we have a shooting star. Shooting star is more or less an inverted hammer, upside down hammer. So once you see this on an uptrend and you see this as a resistance region, it's an indication that the market is actually about to start going downwards. And then you see here an evening star. So let's say it is on an uptrend, and then you see this doji. You see this doji candle here. However, you need to wait for a bearish confirmation candle before you can go in for your sell. All right. So after this indecision candle in the market, wait for a bearish confirmation. Once you get a bearish confirmation, then you can go in for your sell. Also, we have what we call the dark cloud cover. All right. So let's say you're on a on an uptrend. All right. And then yes, let's say you're on an uptrend, and then you see this candle. The next candle opens and then closes bearish. Remember, this is the opening price, all right? Opening and the closing price as well. Now, this mostly happens after a gap. All right, this mostly happens when there's a gap. So let's say the market. Remember, this is opening price. It came down all the way here. Let me zoom in a bit. This market closes here. This is the point it got to, but then it closes here, and then there's a gap up. There's a gap up. So once you see a gap up, and the next candle, the candle after that gap up, becomes a bearish candle, wait for a confirmation. We have to wait for a confirmation. Once you see this confirmation, this bullish confirmation here, it's a sign that the market actually, yes, it's more like an indecisive candle. Okay, once you see this, it's shown that price actually start to make some kind of correction in the market and start going down as well. Then we have what we call the three black crows. Three black crows. Once you see this at the top of a bullish trend, whereby it is the last candle is followed, the last bullish candle is followed by three consecutive bearish candles, you are sure to continue for yourself. And of course, we have what we call the bearish engulfing candle. The bearish engulfing candle. Okay, whereby we have a bearish candle that appears after a bullish candle and engulfs more than 50% of the previous candle. Once you see that, you are sure that the market is about to do reversal. So yes, we actually have a lot of candlesticks. Reversal patterns, a lot of candlestick formation, which I'm not going to talk about all of them in this video. However, you can actually do some researches on your own as well. But then I'm going to show you some very strong ones you can actually use. Doji, the hammer, inverted hammer, the engulfing candle as well in the chart, and see how it is utilized, and remember how you can actually make it. Remember, if you have watched the scalping video on how to scalp, you always remember that it is best used on 5 minutes. Okay, it's best used on 5 minutes time frame, and with dynamic and then fixed support and resistance regions as well. So please remember, before you watch this video and before you attempt this, remember to understand what scalping is. Watch the previous video to understand this, and then you can come here and then practice. Remember to always have a demo account when practicing. So stay with me. I'm going to switch to my MT4 chart right now, and then we can go ahead to take some trades.
Okay, so I'm just going to be teaching us how to actually scalp, as I said, on the live account, rather on the chat, live chat. However, this is a demo account. Remember, when practicing, always have a demo account. Okay, so I went ahead to put my time candlestick timer so that I can see when the timer is about to, the candle is about to close. So you can see here now the previous candle before this current candle actually has formed an inverted hammer. So I'm going to wait for a confirmation hammer. You can decide to wait, as I said, or you can go in, but I want to wait for a confirmation hammer already on this in this trade. So once I get my confirmation, I can go in for a sell. All right, so yes, you can either choose to get your confirmation or you can just take it straight away, but I like waiting for confirmation most of the time. All right, so let's just wait for this candlestick to be completed, and then I'll decide if I'm going to be entering or I'll wait again. So yes, it's a game of patience. You need to wait. Okay, there you go. I've got to my confirmation, taking my sell order, set my stop loss as well, and my take profit, and voila, made good profits for myself already. So you see, very fast, quick in and out. Okay, so quick in and out. Yes, if you notice, I didn't wait for it to get to the take profit because hey, well, it was close enough, so it's good enough for me. I've taken that profit, so I'm going to wait again. So you can see that it bounced off some support region, which is actually the dynamic support. Okay, I'm going to change my chart now so that you can see it on a plain chart as well. All right, so that bounced off a dynamic support. So I'm going to wait again for another confirmation candle. So as I said, you need to actually be patient. You need to wait to see the formation if you really want to scalp properly. So I'm going to wait for this candlestick to see if it's going to give me an engulfing. Looks like it wants to give me an engulfing or a hammer. Then that will decide what I'm going to do next. Remember, I was in 5 minutes. It's very fast. So in about a minute, this will end. Then I can decide which position to take. All right, so remember, good lot size because you are scalping, and you need good volume in your account, and you can get multiple positions in under 1 hour and make good money for yourself. So this candle has ended. Okay, so it gave me a form of a doji, and we know that a doji shows a sign of indecision in the market. So I'm now need to also still wait for this next candle to close. Yes, it's as I said, you need to be patient. So if you can see the trade history here, you can see that I have made about 16,000 off from scalping as well. Okay, so gradually multiple trades, you get quick in, quick out, you can keep making money. Now this also depends on the volume you have. Remember the risk involved. For you to make good money, you need to use larger lot sizes, and that means having good money in your account. All right, so once this is able to this current candle is able to form, Yes, I'm just going to change my chart now to a plain chart so that you don't get confused with the whole plenty supports or the dynamic support and resistance line. Yes, why I'm doing this, because you can also use it on a plain chart. All right, so you can see the current candle forming and it's being pushed down as well. So I'm just going to wait and see what this candle says. So if it ends bullish, I'll go in for a buy. Okay, because remember, the current candle is a doji, a bullish doji. Okay, anytime now, anytime now, anytime now, anytime now. Voila, there you go. I'm taking my buy, setting my stop loss. So you can see pronto, I already have my profit and I'm out of the market again. See the trade history. So you see, scalping is very, very interesting. You can make good money for yourself. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Peace.